どうも Sky です。Hi guys, this is Sky. This video is going to be in fully English, and I need to apologize for English speakers that have been posting Japanese videos nowadays. Let me tell you guys why I've been posting videos in Japanese recently. There is only one reason. I want to protect Japanese citizens, including my family, from COVID-19. Let's get started. First of all, Japan has a really great reputation from all over the world, such as hygienic, clean, people are so nice, kind, polite, and following rules. Even if you drop your wallet, it will come back to your pocket maybe in a day or within a day. So I really appreciate these reputations, and I'm proud of being Japanese. Most of people don't really know about the Japanese governments, how they are, or how good or bad they are. So at this point in Japan, there's already more than 12,000 people infected by COVID-19, more than 350 fatal cases. Japan didn't really test it until recently because of the Olympics. Right after they decided to postpone the Olympics to 2021, the infected people doesn't really matter at that point, that's my assumption. So they started testing. And then now it's kind of boomed, but they didn't really do anything. They didn't really declare the state of emergency or lockdown. So the US declared the state of emergency on March 13th, as I remembered. And some cities started lockdown right after. For instance, San Francisco started doing lockdown from March 16th. I really appreciate that, and the number is kind of flattened out right now. Or it's still increasing, but still, not like exponentially growing. What Japan did is they finally declared the state of emergency for only 7 cities on April 7th. Right after that, Prime Minister Abe posted some videos on Twitter. That video was basically sitting on the couch, crossing the leg, drinking a coffee, petting his dog, reading a book, and watching TV. His message was meant to be stay home. However, the people in the circumstance, a lot of people already lost jobs and they're losing money. And how people can enjoy the leader of the country is doing that. After 9 days, he declared the first state of emergency to 7 cities. He declared the state of emergency to entire Japan. By that point, there is almost 200 fatal cases with close to 9,000 infected people. Here's the thing. The state of emergency in Japan doesn't mean lockdown. And another thing is the size of Japan is smaller than California state itself. The California already locked down by the mid or the end of March, and still COVID-19 patient is growing and growing. Japan has to release the package of how they're going to take care of it. In the meantime, they should do lockdown. However, Japanese government said the constitution doesn't allow us to do lockdown, although they can make some special law or special constitution for a limited time to save lives. And in the meantime, of course, they're doing something to support the individuals and businesses, but that's not really good support. Not as good as the US, I feel. Japanese government decided to hand out 100,000 Japanese yen, which is, let's say, $1,000 to individuals. But one of the governors said, oh, well, some people will put the money into the bank and it's not good for a national economy. So what's the point giving out $1,000 per each individuals? Then what they decided is, oh, what about we give out Wagyu beef to every single person in Japan? That way, it's good for economy and people who need the food, that's good for them. But of course, citizens got upset, and the Japanese government decided, all right, so what about we give you guys Wagyu and fish? What? These foods doesn't really go towards to their living expenses, like utility bills and stuff. Japanese citizens really got upset, and the Japanese government decided, let's send out 2 face masks per each household. 2 masks per household. What if you have family member of 4? What if you have family member of 6? only 2. They only get 2 no matter what. I heard the review from Japanese people who already received. It says some of them are defective, some of them the bugs contained, and they didn't really do quality check. 70% of Japanese people said we don't need that mask, but they already decided to spend 460 million US dollars for useless, super tiny, reusable masks, which most of Japanese people don't really understand why they spend that much money for that useless item in this pandemic circumstance. So far, what Japanese people got is only 2 face masks out of this situation. Another thing is Japanese government decided to hand out 300,000 Japanese yen, which is 2,800 to 3 grand, to people who got laid off or people who got cut off their salary due to this coronavirus situation. So there is actually not many people because the cap was really low. So anyways, so these people are really suffering now. So that was a good idea I could think of. But all right, so maybe 3 grand to the people who are suffering right now. Never mind. Let's cancel that and let's hand out $1,000 per individuals. It doesn't matter that person is rich or poor. So well, that's good for citizens. But I feel the priority is basically they should do lockdown and they should take care of these people who are sufferers or small businesses or local businesses or small companies, restaurants, people who got laid off, people who got fired. And then they can pass out $1,000 per individuals. That's a more logical thing to do. What do you guys think? So that's basically what Japanese government does right now. And I believe Prime Minister Abe thinks, oh, well, I give out $1,000 per individuals and I'm giving out 2 masks per household. So that's good enough, right? That's not good enough. And the number of the COVID-19 and fatal cases are exponentially growing and growing in Japan at this moment because they don't do lockdown. And what the state of emergency in Japan means, basically, we recommend you to shelter in place. Don't go out if it's not essential. And for local businesses, I recommend you guys close the store or restaurants because, it's spreading out the viruses. So the fact is Japanese casino, like pachinko, it's still open and packed, what I heard, and restaurants still open, and people still can eat inside of the restaurants. I really worried about Japanese people that it hasn't been enforced by government or regional government. Anyways, this is what the situation in Japan right now. I've been sending a message to Japanese government that they should lock down, and well, it doesn't matter if the constitution allowed or not. They should lock down or whatever, something similar to prevent spreading out the COVID-19 of exponential number growing up right now. And then they should take care of the people who are suffering right now due to COVID-19. Then they should take care of people who can survive by themselves without the support. As well as I'm just keep telling people that you guys should have a social distancing and do not go out, do not step outside if it's not essential, and make sure you guys wash your hands and goggle and do sanitize your hands all the time. That's what I've been telling Japanese people in Japanese. This is why I've been posting videos in Japanese, because I've been sending a message from the US how, we've been locked down and we don't really go step outside if it's not essential, or we keep the social distancing even at the supermarket or grocery stores. And most of the stores are closed, so you can't really step out, and you shouldn't step out. And when you go on a exercise, you have to do it by your own, and blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. I really hope Japanese government realize the human lives is more important or not replaceable than money, economy. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please subscribe, like, or comments. I'm still posting some Hawaiian themed videos. Please stay tuned. I really appreciate your patience. You guys stay home, safe, and healthy, okay? Peace, you guys. I'll see you guys soon in English. Bye.